Right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 218. Now, last week I said that I was coming back for a 4th of July review on a, uh, a fisherman with a hook for a hand. So, yeah, man, I know what you did last summer. Yeah, I know what you did last summer. 1997. Starring quite a few familiar faces. That is, if you follow TV. Yeah, starring Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy the Vampire Slayer herself, Ryan Phillippe, Freddie Prinze Jr., Johnny Galecki, before the Big Bang happened, Bridget Wilson, Sonya Blade herself. Yeah, man. This movie, many could say that it helped revitalize the horror franchise, the slasher subgenre. Many say that it helped revitalize it. Scream was the one with that. Scream was the adrenaline shot to bring back horror, because horror was a little bit taboo in the early to mid '90s. So yeah, once Scream and this movie comes out, both of them written by Kevin Williamson, it pretty much raised the bar just a little bit higher. Yeah, I tell you, man, this movie though, yeah, it has pretty good influence in a way. So this movie though, mm, mm, it's very it has this movie has style. It does. It has style. I mean, it takes the concept of the urban legend. They even talked about the urban legend as a campfire tale in this movie. The concept of the urban legend. The story of the couple in the woods, and they hear scratching on the roof of the car. So boyfriend goes and check it out, and when he come back, you see a hook in the car door. Yeah, you find out that they found out that an escaped lunatic with a hook for a hand was stalking them. That type of thing. That story. If you heard that story or heard variations of that story, then you know they took that and they stuck it in this movie. They got a guy they got Gordon's fisherman in a black slicker, with the collar all up, you know, covering up his face, and the hat is down so low. So yeah, you can't see his face at all. And yeah, they do pretty good with silhouettes of this guy, in the parade scene. You know, you know, they, they're trying to look for the killer in the crowd. You know, Helen, Sarah Michelle Gellar's character, she's looking for the kill in the crowd, and she's seeing different people wearing wearing slickers. Different people wearing slickers. It could be him. It could be him. But none of these guys look threatening. But she sees one cat up in the balcony, and he raises the hook. Just to let you know, yeah, that's him, and he is near, and he's coming for her. But I tell you, yeah, man, this was some real good stuff, man. This was some real good stuff. You know, things that you couldn't really pass up. Yeah, you had to this movie, yeah, you really had to check out. You couldn't pass it up for anything. You know, yeah, this movie, it gave you a nice little remembrance of prom night. You remember when I said in the prom night review that it is about those youngsters that committed a crime, and they had to cover it up. They made a pact right there to not talk about it again. No, nothing. But somebody is always there. Somebody is always there. So yeah, man. With that, and this movie took a little of that concept, and they did it right here in this movie. Yeah, the kids, they were driving back from from uh the beach. They're driving home, but one is one is one is drunk as shit, as he puts it. Yeah, yeah, he's too drunk. He turns on the radio. He goes up through his sunroof, and he is just getting turned up, man. Yeah, takes a little sip from the bottle. He drops the bottle, accidentally drops the bottle, spills on Ray, and Ray, Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character, spills on him. Yeah, you got a little bit of commotion in the car now. But with Barry, Ryan Phillippe's character, yeah, he's screaming, "Look out!" Everybody's, they look forward, and boom, ran over something. Something turned into somebody, and that somebody turned out to be the killer in this movie. Yeah, the guy in the slicker, and he has a hook. So yeah, man, this so yeah, they spoiler alert, yeah, the killer in the movie is the guy with the hook, but anyway, yeah. But yeah, yeah, they cover it up though. They made a pact, after disposing of the body, they made a pact to never talk about this again, only to be to find out a year later that they're now being stalked by somebody that know what they did last summer. Julie, yeah, she's the first to get the note through the mail. No return address. Yeah, so she goes to find Helen, and she tells her about it. They go and find Barry, tell him about it. Barry suspects that a guy that they know named Max, he was there that night, so easy suspicion. So he went to take care of it. He skipped the shit out of him. That's what he did. Yeah, so yeah, he went to take care of it, but it wasn't Max. It wasn't Max at all, since he's the one that took a hook in the through the jaw. Not by Barry, but by the killer. But still, yeah, he took a hook up through the jaw, you know. But I tell you though, man, yeah, this movie, you know, since it's written by Kevin Williamson, and you know, Kevin Williamson, you know, he has a thing for murder mysteries. He has a thing for murder mysteries. I mean, um, you know, with Scream, the Scream films anyway, and I think he did one other movie. I think that was like a murder mystery also. What was it? Teaching Mrs. Tingle, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, you know, yeah, he has a thing for murder mysteries, and you know, with the Scream films and with this film, you know, yeah, that's his niche, man. That's his niche, and yeah, he put his stamp right there on this movie, and yeah, this in this movie, yeah, it is, you know, not only it's a slasher, but it's a nice little murder mystery, you know, nice little who done it. Even though Julie, you know, she playing Nancy Drew right now. You know, she looking through old newspaper articles through the you know through the net, the interwebs. She's looking through news articles to see who could possibly be doing this. You know, one name come across, you know, a guy named David Egan. So she went to go and see if this cat have family, which he did, which he does or did. You know, the man is not exactly around anymore, but the family is. You know, so yeah, he went to talk to. She went to. She and Helen went to talk to his sister and to you know to get more information about him. But yeah, you know, she wasn't exactly much help the first time around. But you know, once she started doing a little bit more digging into the past of David Egan, you know, she finds out, you know, that David Egan's fiance, Susan Willis, you know, yeah, she died in a car accident. David blames himself for that, but it was her father, Ben Willis, he blamed David. So he went to take out David 2 summers prior, and no, 2 summers prior, Susan died. Summer after, Ben Willis takes out David, and then the summer after that, these kids take out Ben Willis accidentally, though. I mean, huge chain reaction. An interesting, nice little chain reaction going on here. And now, you know, a summer later, when Ben Willis, he did not die. He comes back and he takes out these kids, but only he takes out these kids, but only two out of 4 of them. You know, when he made his move at Julie and Ray, you know, they're the one that got the upper hand on him. Yeah, the upper hand. Yeah, yeah, knocked his hand off. But yeah, I tell you though, man. Yeah, this movie, yeah, it's a real good horror film though. Real good horror film. It's a it gives you the thrills, it gives you the chills. I mean, yeah, like I said, it does great with silhouettes. The the score, the score could be, you know, the, the score in some aspects, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty okay. But once you hit you with that chase music, then hmm, it doesn't really fit with a movie like this. But then again, this is '90s horror. This is late '90s horror, so it's going to be, it fits with late '90s horror. But with a movie like this, this movie tried to give you a nice little throwback of the '80s. It tried to do that. It tried to do that in certain ways. It have achieved that objective, but in other aspects, you just look at it and you just say that, yeah, this is just way too '90s. This is way too '90s. But yeah, it is a hit and miss in most places, but more of a hit. It had more. It had more hits than they had misses. Uh, One ball, two strikes. But at the end, it did give you a nice little. It did give you a nice base hit, and yeah, you scored, and yeah, they did score at the end though. You Baseball analogies, man. That's what I'm doing. That's the best I can do with that. With that with this. That's the best I can do with this. Hit you with some baseball analogies. Yeah, one. It threw one ball. It threw two. It threw two strikes, but he did score with a pretty good base hit though. So yeah, this movie, yeah, like I said, it's a pretty good thrill ride. It's a real good thriller. It's a pretty good slasher. You know, I mean, you saw you saw what the hell happened to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Well, it's Sarah Michelle Gellar in a way. You saw what happened to her, and yeah, anybody that did not see this movie, but you saw season 2 of Buffy, you saw why the hell did her hair get cut so damn short. This movie, this movie gave you the answer to that question. So yeah, yeah, it's boy, it's an interesting picture. I'll tell you that. This is a very interesting movie though. Good 4 out of 5, man. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now next week. Well, next week is uh. Well, I'm not going to be doing any horror next week. Next week, I'm going to do some little sci-fi action. Staying I'm staying in 1997. I'm doing those sci-fi action. Yeah, yeah, two government agents monitoring extraterrestrial activity on Earth. Yeah, they're the best, last, and only line of defense. They work in secret. They exist in shadow. And they dress in black. So yeah, that's next week. So yeah, you stick around for that. Check out Mothership right here and subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, this show. You guys have a great happy 4th of July, and this show is all